Why does everybody hate EKIN-SU so much? Why is she being hated? What the hell did she do? She's just out here playing the game. But I guess people are jealous of her because she has outsmarted them. Yo, Miss Criticizer 2021. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe for one. Like, share, comment, and love this video. Yeah. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. If you're here for the very first time, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. And thank you once again to my new subscribers. So, today I will be talking about my thoughts on Love Island Season 8 so far. In case some of you don't know what the show is about, well, this is the most trending show in the UK ever. It's a dating show, well, a dating reality show where everybody is on island. It's similar to Big Brother, where they're isolated from the outside world and they need to stay coupled up to survive on this show, whether it's a genuine connection or not. And of course, on a frequent basis, there is a recoupling and there is an elimination. There is, of course, you find genuine love connections. And you also find a lot of backstabbing and people using each other.
I've made myself look like an utter... No, you've made me look an utter mug.
Not you, yeah. I've made you look like an absolute mug.
Do you know what you look like? You look like a piece of shit. You ask a girl out and 2 days later, you ask a girl to be your girlfriend and then 2 days later you're hitting on her.
That's fucked up.
I'm not hitting on her, I'm just trying to be...
You tried to tell me today that you like another girl. 2 days!
As some of you don't know, there's the difference between what we call the OGs, the contestants that arrived there on the first days, and then the bombshells, and then what we also call Casa Amor. So the OGs have been there from the start, and of course they keep throwing bombshells in. It can be a man or a woman. And their purpose is maybe if you would get your head turned. So in case you're coupled up with somebody and you're interested in the new person, hey, you kind of go for it as long as you stay coupled up. Many people come there with a game plan. But hey, that's up to us. So this season, season 8, well, some of you don't know, I've been watching Love Island since season 5. I will admit that. And to me, this season, I'll say is one of the best. Season 5 will remain the best. If it keeps the consistency of the drama that we're seeing, then it will surpass season 5. Now, this season, there are a couple of twists and turns. Usually the first episode, the boy chooses the girl he likes. But this time around, it's quite different. They handed it over to the public vote. And I kind of know the reason why they handed it over to the public vote, because of the controversy that has been happening in the past seasons, where the black girls are always picked as last. It has been repetitive and it has been occurring. Watch this video. So as you can see, black girls kind of never really had any success on this show. The American one, that the season 2, that's a story for another day. And somebody might ask me, how the hell do you fall in love with somebody in such a short time and amount? The duration of this show is actually season 2. Of course, there are a couple of eliminations that happen, but what you should also remember is that 24 hours in a villa where you're isolated from the world and you're stuck to one person, that feels like 1 year. Yeah, people build connections and friendships, and hey, that is what it is. I'll break this video down to the couples and let's say the kind of entanglements, foursomes, and yeah, triangle, you name it. So that's what I'm going to do, because these are the people that have something to do with each other, instead of me going through each and the contestants one by one. That's just too exhausting. I'm going to talk about these people first. I'm going to say my thoughts on what I feel about the situation that I've seen so far since episode 1. Okay, so I'll start with the first one, which is the most spiciest one, and that's going to be EKIN-SU, Davide and Jay. So Davide was the first bombshell. He came into the house. He's an Italian guy. He was feeling himself, so overconfident, and yeah, he was just full of himself. And he was with he was first coupled up, but then that didn't work out, so he ended up being coupled up with EKIN-SU, who is the second bombshell, who also came along, and he caught her interest. They bonded, everything was okay, they had chemistry, the spark was there. But then after a while, she felt like he was not making any effort anymore. He felt too relaxed, and he was only relying on his, well, looks and everything, because Davide thinks he's God's gift to women. So she was not feeling happy, and she said, I'm not going to settle for that. A new guy came into the house, which is Jay, and then that's where she took the opportunity to talk to Jay. He's also a bit older, and so she was interested. They bonded, and then instead of EKIN-SU to have told Davide from the beginning that there's this guy that I'm forming a connection with, she sneaked behind Davide's back. And so she was having secret meetings with Jay on the terrace, kissed him secretly, passionate. They were like two little kids crawling on the floor, and they were just doing that behind everybody's back. So Davide suspected that something is a bit weird, and some of the boys have seen what they were doing behind his back. So when information got back to Davide, he said no. He confronted her, she lied, and she said that didn't happen. Eventually he went to Jay, and Jay's tongue was stuck, and he was like, man to man, I actually have to tell you the truth, but we did kiss on the terrace. We were sneaking out secretly. Davide exploded. He was angry. He called her a liar. You are such a liar.
You were not on the terrace, no, liar. Liar.
Why would you lie to me? I said, gosh, that was just a mess. So because ever since that confrontation happened between them, the house, they don't mess with EKIN-SU like that anymore. And even when EKIN-SU first got into the house, she rubbed the girls the wrong way, because she said, I'm not here to make seasonal friends. I'm here to look for love. It is what it is. So the girls never really warmed up to her. They were faking in her face, but you could see they never warmed up to her. Now, after that confrontation, the house basically saw EKIN-SU as the liar, the biggest user, a manipulator, all the negative things in the book. So she only had Jay to rely on. Things were going well with her and Jay, but then when the public vote happened and they have to vote for the favorite girl, the favorite boy, EKIN-SU and Jay were in the bottom. And Davide was not in the bottom. So Jay said, damn, if this happens, I need to look for a plan B. So fast forward, as you can see, Jay started drifting away from EKIN-SU. And he was talking to another cast member called Gemma, and he explained that, I'm kind of interested in Paige. In case some of you don't know Paige, Paige is an OG. She's also one of the popular girls. It's just she never had any luck in love, but she just found a guy who she's also connecting with. So all of a sudden, Jay, he changed his tactic. This was a girl he was not even interested in the beginning. But then all of a sudden, when the public vote happened, he just got interested out of nowhere. EKIN-SU did not know about this, but she felt insecure in the past few days. There was a new girl that came in and EKIN-SU panicked. And the new girl also wanted Jay, but Jay pretended to like the new girl, but he was not into her. He pulled her for a chat and he said, let me talk to you. And so he took that time to explain to her that I want to get to know Paige, yeah? You and I were not really clicking on that personal level. And ever since I got here, I was kind of stuck with you. And it didn't give me the opportunity to bond with the others. And so first she took it calmly. And she said, okay, no problem. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. She went to the bathroom. Had to collect her sanity. Had to get prepared to unleash the dragon. And she said, Jay, let me talk to you. Let me say this right here. You're a user, you're a manipulator. I see what you're doing. You didn't want that girl in the beginning. You never shared your interest. But now all of a sudden, you and I were halfway, and then you're telling me that we're not compatible? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you saying this? And do you know that you used me to stay in this house? You used me. And I could have risked Davide going home. And he said, well, that's your problem, that's not mine, which I kind of agree. And she said, you deserve the biggest Oscar ever. The same line that Davide also said to her when he confronted her. And so now there's nothing there anymore. And now she has become kind of like the laughing stock in the house. She was confronted by Jax, the guy who is with Paige. Jay took it upon himself to talk to Jax. Jax is actually the guy that's coupled up with Paige, the girl who he is actually interested in. And you would think that if a guy comes to you and say, actually, I'm interested to getting your girl, you would be a bit hesitant. Yes, we're not in a committed relationship. Everybody is here to get to know each other. But wouldn't you be a bit hesitant? So he talked to him, and so Jax didn't even let Jay finish his sentence. He said, oh, yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead. You can get to know her. Take her. And he said, are you sure? Then he said, yeah, it's fine. As long as it doesn't come in between us. I said, whoa. Jax cares more about the bromance than Paige. He cares more. And some of you that might be wondering and asking me, but why is it a problem? Because this is Love Island. Everybody is supposed to know each other. Nobody is in a committed relationship or anything. I agree. But the thing with Paige, who is the OG, is that, you know, in the beginning she struggled. It was hard for her to build connections. And here this guy comes, who is called Jax. Not only did they kiss, but they had sex in the hideaway. We just have to be honest. They did not do all those bits and all those things that you guys are talking about. If you check the episode, he asked her, can we go for a second round? Yeah. And the way they were looking in that bed, I knew they had sex. So she's already emotionally connected with this guy after knowing him for 3 days. And the thing is, Jax is a user. Because also when he first got into the house, when he was paired up with her, because he had to choose amongst two girls and he picked her, it was quite slow. He didn't even really kiss her. But then all of a sudden, after maybe the second day, he kissed her, and yeah, he kind of felt like, hey, we're building a so-called connection. But they had sex. That's the problem. In this case, he said, okay, well, you can take her. I don't care. You know, you guys can get to know each other. I really, really don't care. I'm like, damn, this sounds a bit like pimping. But hey, so Paige doesn't know. Everybody is out here having this discussion, but she is the last person to know. She just doesn't know what's going on. So, like I said, yeah, EKIN-SU called him a liar. She's so angry, she's pissed, she feels used. And now she has turned into the laughing stock of the villa because they're all years laughing in her face saying, it's karma for you. The boys are out here ganging up on her, saying, what's your problem? You're a headache to that man. Leave that man alone. Let him live his life. You are just out here trying to claim him and being overpossessive. And oh my god, the guys were really ganging up on her. I said, these dudes, I don't know which season has the worst guys, seriously. But these guys, their ego and their misogynistic way, they're out here slut-shaming Ekin. Ever since she did what she did to Davide, they just don't mess with her like that. And these boys are ruthless, like all of them are just standing up for Jay. And imagine you have to put yourself in her shoes. Like, everybody is so against her, and she still holds her head up high. I have to give it to her. And I feel that people need to vote for her in the upcoming votes, because if it wasn't because of her, this show would have just drowned. We all need a villain. Nobody can be perfect. And if she was a guy that did what she did, nobody would care. They would make 1,000 excuses, but because she's a woman for what she did, then now all of a sudden she's called the bad guy. Yeah, it wasn't fair what she did to David. It is what it is, but it's not the worst thing in the world. She's not married to the guy. The guy hasn't even claimed her already to be his girlfriend. The only thing is that she should have maybe told David in advance, which she didn't. She sneaked behind his back. I see that the following morning, Jay tried to talk to her and say that I don't want any awkwardness. She said, listen, I don't have a problem with if you were interested in Paige from the beginning. You tell me you're interested in 2 women. I would have prepared for that. But you're now all of a sudden changing your mind and everything. And she said, at the end of the day, you've burnt your bridges and you're not coming to me anymore. Like, I'm not taking you. My focus is now to move on and to crack on. I said, yep, I don't blame EKIN-SU. Like I said, she made this show. This show is all about her. If it wasn't because of her, my god. And I feel like the girls this season, they're just a bit weak. I'm sorry to say this, but they're a bit weak. Yeah, I mean, I feel like compared to season 5, all the girls will always have each other's back. No matter how bad EKIN-SU is, they will always have her back. And the girls will stand up. But this one, you just see that the girls, they're just like quiet and they're like, and they're just like quiet behind her back. They're staying out of it and everything. But girl, if I'm seeing that multiple guys are ganging up on her, no matter how I feel about her, you see me, I'll be defending her. That's just me. Because she's out here playing the game. She's doing what every girl is supposed to do. But everybody is playing it safe. That's the name of the game. That's EKIN-SU, Davide, Jay, and then Paige and Jax. Because it's all intertwined. That's that. INDIYAH, INDIYAH, Amber, and DAMI. These 4. So, in the beginning, you know, of course, we know that the public put all these couples together. And so they were building it up. I'll start with INDIYAH first. INDIYAH was coupled up with Ikna. She tried to make it work with this guy. This guy was too laid back. He hardly made any effort. She always wanted him to open up to her. He was just a slow burner. A bit, it kind of reminds me of Justine from Love Island, the US, when she had to put in all her effort for Caleb. But then Caleb was just like sitting there relaxed. And then eventually, all of a sudden, he decided to use Justine. But that's, again, a story for another day. So, this guy, she felt like, gosh, not even a kiss, nothing. And you cannot even have like stable conversations with him. It's just like those short, quick, monotone conversation. Nothing. She was able to get nothing from this guy. Absolutely nothing. And she was very patient. So, eventually 2 weeks have gone by and nothing has happened. She at least tried to kiss him, and they had that one kiss, and okay, they were starting to pick up. They said they were trying to be friends and try to make it work. It was a slow burner. So when a new guy came into the house and the guy showed interest in her, then all of a sudden Ikena just had that energy to also compete, and all of a sudden he started crafting for her and showing her affection all of a sudden. So when she had to make her decision to pick Ikena during the recoupling, which means eliminating the other guy who came for her, he went back to his old self and he didn't put any effort anymore. INDIYAH was conflicted and she felt it was a dead end. Nothing happened, absolutely. So she had to talk to him.
You said why you Aaron?
And obviously, we brought up the conversation last night.
Yeah.
And I thought about it.
Click in that way.
Yeah. And that made.
And then had to friend zone him basically. And she said whatever happens will just happen. But then one guy who was under her nose all along, who was her friend from the beginning, who is called DAMI from DAMI and Amber, he showed interest in her, even though he was coupled up with Amber. And I'll get now to their story. Same thing that happened with INDIYAH. They were coupled up and they had to get to know each other. Theirs was a bit 50-50 because with them, with Amber and DAMI, there were times that it went very well. They had that chemistry, they kissed, and they were into each other. Amber just didn't really want to open up to this guy. Fair enough. You just know the guy. But then she was finding it hard, and I could see that DAMI put in effort to continue to pursue her. But she just wasn't really feeling him. She was also complaining about things. She said there are times that it goes well, there are times that it doesn't. And I feel like Amber was playing it safe because all the time when a new guy comes, he's either not interested in her or she's not interested in him. So she uses DAMI as a placeholder. But there are times that she's just rude to the guy, and their relationship too was kind of like, it just wasn't progressing. Yeah, even though they were kind of like affectionate with each other, compared with INDIYAH and Ikena, theirs just wasn't doing anything. So yeah, eventually DAMI got to his senses and he's like, this INDIYAH girl who all of us were friends with, she's damn, I feel like every time when I talk to her, there's some chemistry going on, there's butterflies, there's just something that's there.
I'm not getting on right now. Like, you guys.
Can I be honest? You're not into her. It's so obvious.
How do you know I'm not into her?
It's so obvious because of the way you are with her.
INDIYAH's more better
suited
sister
to
to you than Amber is, but I'm not saying that INDIYAH's the one for you either. But
The thing is, like, India's there now, right? Amber's there. I'm still gonna have to, like, cozy up to Amber.
But you know what? I never wanted to explore it because Ikena, that's my guy. And she's also my friend. And I'm also thinking about Amber. But then when he heard that INDIYAH finally broke things off with Ikena, then there's where he got encouraged to kind of start talking to her. So he was talking to her a couple of times, and then she also said that, actually, I'm also interested in you. I'm not gonna lie. I've always felt that there's this connection between us. So now he has to break things off with Amber, who is also her closest friend. And he said he was not really ready to do it. He wanted to wait the following day to do it because everything is so tense. Well, there was a surprise that happened because when he planned to tell her the following morning, that night they were called for a recoupling ceremony, and that means that 2 people will get eliminated for the least favorite islander. And guess who got eliminated? Ikna and Amber. They both got eliminated, so Dami never had the chance to tell her the truth. She had to leave. And he kind of felt guilty, but it was like bittersweet because he felt like, gosh, my friends and Amber, they're gone. I never got the time to tell her, but at the end of the day, I can feel free to be with India. I said, gosh, this is like a soap opera. And there have been conversations out there saying that did they need to tell Amber like immediately, even when they found out that she's eliminated? What did they have to do? And again, they didn't really do anything. Dami just talked to India. He didn't kiss her. She wanted him to break things off with her before they do what they do, which I don't see anything wrong with. It's just, the thing is, once she's eliminated, I don't think there's any purpose or any reason for them to say it. Like, what are you going to do? Run after her and say, oh my God, you know what? I'm so sorry that you're eliminated, but I'm with Dami now, so I'm sorry about that. Like, what do you guys expect? It is what it is. She's going to find out when she gets back home, but it's not like she liked the guy anyway, but out of courtesy. So that's the case with them, but they have so much chemistry. Dami and India have so much chemistry. I wish they would let it stay like this till the end. We all want to see black love. We all want to see chocolate love on our screen. They have this fiery chemistry. Like, he just feels like he's himself around her, and likewise, she also feels like she's herself around him. She doesn't have to tiptoe. So that's it between them. What I've seen so far, like I said, I cannot be reviewing this show every single day. It's every day it comes on. The other one which I will talk about, let me just say, Tasha and Andrew, my God, most boring couple ever. The producers don't even make an effort to show them. They barely get any camera time. Boring together. And I cannot believe it because Tasha is supposed to be a Leo, and we know that Leo women are fiery. Look at Ekin. But hey, they're just boring. They're supposed to be like the advisors of the house. They're just chilling. They feel like, anyway, we're coupled up, so we'll become the winners. They guessed wrong because they were also voted as the least favorite. They were in the bottom as the least favorite islanders. But they didn't get eliminated. So when Tasha realized this, she's like, gosh, there's also not really anything going on here. Like, why am I with this guy? But there was never a new guy that came into this house before she could ever think of jumping ship. So Tasha and Andrew, I think they also had sex. I just have to put it out there. They also had sex in the hideaway. But of course, they'll never admit it. Now there's this new guy that came into the house. His name is Charlie. And this guy looks like a roasted turkey. I'm sorry. This posh man looks like a roasted turkey. So now she's thinking of, maybe this is somebody I might consider to get to be with, because I cannot take it anymore with this guy. But we are yet to see what is going to follow up after that. This guy called Luca Bish, and he lives up to his surname because he's a bitch. I'm just saying. Luca and Gemma Owens. Who else is in their storyline? I'm not really going to put David there because it was not really like there was anything ever there. Yeah, in case some of you don't know who Gemma Owens is, she is the daughter of this very famous and very rich footballer called Michael Owens, who used to be a Liverpool striker. So that must tell you a lot. She's coupled up with Luca Bish, because that's what he is. He's a bitch. And this guy is so obsessed with her. He cannot let that girl breathe. He claimed her immediately, but it didn't happen from the start. She was coupled up with a guy, but then that guy left. His name is Liam. Davide wanted Gemma, but then things didn't really work out like that, and then Luca claimed her. Now he's stuck on her. It's like whenever a new guy talks to her, he's already on panic mode. And he's also always in everybody's business. He's always gossiping. He's always rude. He is just a mess. There's this new girl who came in who is called Danica, and she didn't even get enough time to get to know him because she has also been thrown in the mix. So she said the guys that I usually go for is Luca. There's nothing wrong with it. When she got there, it only after 11 hours or 12 hours, the recoupling had to take place. Who did you expect her to take? She had to pick Luca. But Luca couldn't even comport himself. He looked at her with so much disgust. He hated her just because she picked him. He's like, you're not going to pour sand in my gari. What are you going to do? You're not going to sabotage what I'm having with Gemma. And she's like, I'm not even planning on taking you. It's just for us to get to know each other. But if you don't want to, then that's it. Like, I'm not forcing you. And he was just so rude. He felt like she was being possessive. And she talked to him and she said, I didn't like how you reacted. How you were was very disrespectful. You're with who you are. That's okay. It's no problem. Just because I picked you does not mean we have to couple up. I was thrown here. I had such a short time frame and I had to do what I had to do. They talked it out, but again, he's claiming Gemma. Gemma, for a very young girl, she's 19 years old, she has a mind of her own. That girl is so intelligent. She gives like good advice, and I thought I would not like her, but she's okay. She's kind of, yeah, she's quite good. She holds her own, and yeah, I don't see her acting like a spoiled brat. But the thing is, I think everybody in the house knows that she's the daughter of the footballer, and that's why Luca is claiming this girl by force. He has a vision, he has a plan. He said, I need to stick with this girl by any cost because I need to make it in the family. I need to make it in that family. This is my only opportunity and nothing is going to come in between us. But then yet he's always the one who is in other people's business. He's the one who is always out here gossiping with the other guys. He is a mess. And I don't like this guy. Even though he makes for good TV. But I cannot believe that this guy has just... He got the public vote. That he was not even voted in the bottom three. Ever since he found out that EKIN-SU, same with the other guys, they were in the bottom. They knew that the public did not like her. So they said, let's bully her. It's so unfortunate how they keep treating her. But you know what? She rises up. She doesn't care. So that's the thing with Gemma and Luca. I don't really have much to say about them. We'll just see how it goes. I'm not sure, but I can't wait for Gemma to dump this guy. She's just also playing a game. That's why I said this type of show, don't have sex immediately. I'm just being honest. I know you'll be tempted to do it, but we women, once we have that emotional connection with you, whoo, it is going to be hard. Also, what I wanted to say about Danica one last time, I feel bad for her. Yeah, I really do feel bad for her. She's a pretty girl, but she needs to stop over complimenting some of these guys that she's getting to know. The way she keeps hyping up Davide, it's boosting his ego. He has not given her a compliment back. And he's just happy. I had to even laugh when he had to kiss her and say that I gave her a kiss. It was a gift to her because she wants all of me. I said, dude. He said, I'm volunteering kisses out there. I'm getting to know Antoniga. Let me just talk about these two last new girls, Danica and Antoniga, who I hope I'm saying her name well, the one from Greece. Danica, she didn't have a good time there. It's like none of the guys are really that interested in her. They don't feel an attraction to her. And I know that when she talks, it's quite intense because it seems like you're having a job interview with her, or she's a salesperson, and she just has that tone instead of having that nice, calm, soft tone when they're getting to know each other. And she's just too fiery. So I just feel like the producers haven't given this girl enough time. They didn't give her the opportunities that Antoniga had, the Greek girl, because she was well received by the house. Everybody liked her. She came there being friendly, saying she's a girl's girls. The guys like her, and she has that bubbly behavior. She has that bubbly personality that everybody gravitates to, and she was given the opportunity to have 3 dates of her choice, but Danica didn't, and she was salty about it, and she said, damn, I didn't even have this opportunity, but she does. Why is that the case? I said, yeah, Danica, they're giving you the Rachel treatment, what happened last season. That's also another story for another day. The way these producers are, they are messy. If they see that you don't have potential, they won't even give you some of the opportunities. Yeah, but that's it about them. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I try to watch this show maybe every 3 days or every week, because the show is too intense to watch it every single day. My God, your blood pressure will rise, seriously. So yeah, anyway, if you've made it till the end of this video, thank you once again. And I might probably split this video just for your information. But yeah, thank you once again for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, to like, hit the notification bell. Tell me what you guys think about this current show right now. This show has been so successful that there are a lot of the franchises are international. They have the American one, the South African one, the Spanish one, France, Netherlands. They say they're coming up with a Nigerian one too, I've heard, but they still haven't done anything about it. But to me, the UK one remains the best. The drama is unmatched. I feel like Love Island too, they should increase the age, because all these youngsters, 22, 23, like seriously, make it 28 and above. I'm just saying. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.